Greetings, community leaders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, episode 44. Refugees re-welcomed. What will the ARC upgrade do? So it is something called energy circulators. Install energy circulators that redirect the excess heat back into the ARC core, amplifying power output with only a slight rise in fuel consumption. Sorry I didn't read that earlier. Another wanderer join. A housemate. Alright. Fred here is a kind teetotaler neurotic. Cooking, shooting, crafting, medical. 24 years old. With a scar on his left leg. He also happens to be a pilgrim. Do we keep Fred? So, kind is a social fight. Chance is greatly reduced. Teetotaler is no drugs at all. And neurotic is works faster but mental breaks more easily. If you weren't aware. Also, Fred, what is going on with your hair is coming through your toque. That is a very kind face you have there, Fred. I kind of like this look for Fred more than the others. Fred is a pilgrim. Probably shouldn't be a pilgrim, but like, whatever. Has more traits like a stalwart, but he's not a prisoner, so he gets to decide. And it does look like you want to keep Fred as a colonist. Got it. So Fred is going to bunk with JD, I guess. So Fred, welcome. Run to the base as fast as you can, because I just realized you're in a t-shirt. So holy hell, how did you get here? And raffle timer is up for Fred. Good luck. Fred Lowry. Ooh. And there's an aurora going on, so, you know, maybe it's a sign of something good. So let's adjust Fred's scheduling. Fred is obviously a pretty good doctor. Also wants to be a cook. Not that we have cooking at the moment. Can shoot, but showed up with a knife, so needs some sort of firearm at some point. And then also can smith, but not as well as Zeusin, so won't be replacing Zeusin's tailor and smithing. And Fred will beeline to the parkas so that Fred does not end up dead. All poor quality clothing, too. God, Fred, you are lucky to be alive. Dator, thanks for the gifted subs. You guys are amazing. Alright, Fishpick, you're yeah, okay, you're like, I'm a little hungry. Noted. No one even came for that iron? Oh, no, JD was trying to. So we did just haul in. I don't know where the iron went. Oh, it just got placed now. We hauled in a whole bunch of iron, which will be allowed to smelt into steel and afford the ARC upgrade. And Fred, unsurprisingly, got hypothermia just trying to walk to the base. So, maybe put the parka on first. The toque I took off of you is no different than the toque you had on. But whatever. So Fred, he's alive. Other things. No drugs for Fred. No reading for Fred. Carry medicine for Fred. Schedules. Fred should be hanging out with the pilgrims up here. And you'll be given the day schedule that Fishpick has. Scorpio, thanks for the gifted subs as well. I'm gonna just be permanently pink cam for a while, huh? Oh, he already swapped off his toque. Smart man. So now his temperature tolerance is -43. It was at 0, so, you know, the parka and the tribal wear has helped. And he shouldn't freeze his butt off quite as quick. Anything else that we need to do? So he's zoned, he's scheduled, he's got work, he's got assignments, he's all set. Terrific. Make sure everyone's a sub. I'll drink to that. Maybe a bit self-serving, but I am very appreciative. Alright, the northern mining tunnels. If I have the power to keep them on, maybe I'll keep them on. Fred just needs a pew-pew instead of a kitchen knife? True. At the moment, we are trying to upgrade the arc, so I don't want to use resources to give him a firearm. So there isn't anything we can do for him at the moment. But as soon as I have a freed up firearm, we'll give it to him. Thomas Ross, for even more gifted subs. Why, thank you kindly. I'm going to allow the smaller batch refined steel, because I think we're so close to having the steel required for the arc that I might as well just push it. Congratulations, Quantum. Well-deserved win there. For some reason or another, given that he is incapable of intellectual, but his name Quantum, it reminds me of a certain Fallout New Vegas character. Mr. Hypothetical, or theoretical physicist. Dr. Fantastic, or whatever his name was. Wait, Fred came in with a ruffled shirt? Number of pilgrims are on the rise? Well, right now it's 4-4. And then Lanka here will obviously be 5-4 once Lanka joins. Maybe if Lanka joins, because we've definitely had problems getting prisoners to join before. His name was Radical? What was his name? It was... I'm Googling it now. Fantastic. Yeah, his name was Fantastic. I was right. I didn't mean to... That sounded like I was thumbing my nose at you. It's honestly been, like, I don't know, since the game released that I ran into that character. So the fact that I remembered its name was a miracle, because that was 15 years ago. God, 15 years. Fish pick. Let's have you construct the ark. You have a construction of 16. I trust you. So in this case, it can't be anyone that doesn't have knowledge of the ark, right? So like Cardinal couldn't, because Cardinal did not study the ancient ark. And it's one of the reasons why it is so vitally important in the details here that the goal is to retain the knowledge of the ark. Because if all of the original founders die, no one knows how to maintain the ark. And it's our lose condition. So for reference, right now, our ark generates 6,000 watts. And 128 fuel lasts for 2.7 days. So 128 divided by 2.7. So that is just shy of 50 fuel a day. So we'll see the changes to the ark as it is upgraded. Ooh, someone doesn't want us upgrading the ark. Shoot. And they're sappers, so that's even more of a problem. So the southern group is like all throwables. These guys have a smoke launcher and a biocut assault rifle. So the biocut assault rifle is the dangerous thing in that group. And the northern group has all throwables. So a lot of the enemies here are going to be relatively easy to defeat. But sappers are crappy because, you know, they are, well, they're hard to defeat. The curious thing I have here is, where are these guys going to sap? Because I hope they don't start sapping the tunnels immediately. Yeah, you need a gun. No kidding. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Alright, so I'm having everyone muster into the warm farm. I'll probably end up trying to negate the assault rifle that Cave brought in with our brawlers. The problem is he's nimble, so that's actually going to be somewhat challenging. And because they're sappers, I don't think it really helps that it's super cold out, because they're going to come in anyway. I'm just trying to think of the best approach here. I think I'll send my shooters up to intercept the northern group now, because they only have throwables, and if I can kill the frag grenadiers, they're pretty easy to deal with. And then I'll send Fishpick and Madsen down here to try to cut off Cave and stop Cave and his crew from throwing. Oh, and I'm also going to wait on Shakla. And in fact, I will probably turn off Wanderer Join in a minute, so that we stop getting Wander Join spam, because I don't want it. Raygoon, thank you for the resub too. Alright, there's the upgrade. So it's generating 1,200 more watts, and it definitely uses more fuel. So that is 67 fuel a day, up from like 47 or something. But a lot more wattage. And then there was also this arc overdrive option now. Put the arc in a temporary 5-day overdrive mode. It will rapidly burn through fuel, generating significantly more energy. If at any point during the overdrive the fuel runs out, the arc generator will break down and require refurbishing it with arc components, which is a very finite resource, so super dangerous to do. And then the next upgrade is it needs to operate uninterrupted for half a year before it can be upgraded once again. So it's not about a fuel burn usage, it is just about keeping it running for a certain duration. Alright, Quantum, you are going to sit still here in the base. These guys look like they're going to sap somewhere. I think they're sapping this bedroom. I'm going to try to cut them off. I'm a little worried about Axios' hypothermia. That's not good to see. So we need to kill Lyra and Middleton, and Middleton's high on Yayo, so it'll be a little bit harder to take down. And then the south is going to be sketchy. I hate this. So we have Frag Grenadiers getting awfully close. I don't love this, but I might need Quantum to put some skin in the game, even though he doesn't have a shield belt. Because most of the people in the south, almost all but two, well, really all but one, has only a throwable weapon, which is relatively easy to dodge. As long as you don't get locked down into, like, melee combat. The northern group's Molotovers aren't going to pose much of a threat, so we could leave, like, JD to deal with that. And as you can see, Fishpick and Madsen are closing in on the only one with his assault rifle. It's the only ranged enemy that poses any semblance of a threat. Alright, everybody but JD is going to head south. And JD is going to stay up here, and I'm going to try to micromanage JD to avoid getting Molotoved and to basically busy them so that they can't, you know, destroy anything. Pina. Okay, Darcy just threw frag grenades on me, but is proceeding to the base. Okay. So the Northern Army is already fleeing. Good job, JD, with that shotgun. And I knew that the South had two groups, the North had one group, and I wanted to negate the North group ASAP. So Sigma and Pina and Darcy are the really dangerous ones with the frag grenades. Oh, and also, oh, you have EMP grenades. That doesn't matter. So Quantum is trying to get in there to stop them from throwing, as is the other shooters here, but, you know, we move slow. It's deep snow. Caves down. So, Madsen and Fishpick go pick up new targets and try to avoid the Mala. Ouch. One of the other advantages of double insulated walls is we're a little bit more frag grenadier defended than we otherwise would have been without it. But obviously they're gonna get through the walls pretty quickly anyway, just because it's frag grenades. They're super effective. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. Shooters are coming down. They will have a line of sight soon. Madsen, you are literally surrounded by deep snow. It should not be that hard to not burn to death. I think they just threw frag grenades on Sigma. Oh god. Quantum saw the writing on the wall and was like, nope, I'm out. Now, Quantum is a wimp. Oh, no, Quantum isn't the wimp. That was the other guy, Fred. Fishpick took down Darcy. I didn't even see it. That happened quick. Let's go for Sigma. And Wish stands there. I don't really care about the smoke launcher guy. Quantum, keep moving south. Madsen, you move north. They are, like, doing almost as much damage to themselves as they are to me with their grenades at this point. As you may have noticed. They're, like, taking each other out with nades, so... Get away from the door. Perfect. Okay, so the only frag grenadier left... they don't have one. We've removed them, all frag grenadiers, from the battle. Oh, no, that's not true. Pina still has one. Come on. Take Pina down. No, take her down. Alright, our walls are still intact. Can you guys freaking kill Pina already? Thank you. 14% of the wall left. Pina was hard to take down because I think she was hopped up on Go Juice. Yeah, she was hopped up on Go Juice. Alright, we are done. I think that went pretty much as well as it could. We do have the potential to add people to be captured, but I didn't see anyone that, like, stood out. Hypersensitive doesn't really particularly help me, because we don't have royalty, so there is no psycasts. Teetotal or nimble with a destroyed leg, not super helpful, even if they have a bionic heart. Underground or nimble, but, like, with very limited passions. I could have you be a farmer. But there's certainly no animals. Question for you guys. Should we capture Callisti? I might have spelled their name wrong, but you know who I'm referring to. So, they are underground or nimble, burning passions, plant and animals, passion in construction, but they have absolutely no combat stats to speak of. So, in a firefight, they are worthless. Worthless is kind of rough, but you know what I mean. And that was the only one that really stood out to me. They don't have any permanent injuries. They're not super sexy as someone to add, but I mean, I've seen worse. And at this point, I'm going to have everyone except for Axios head back to the base. And we're going to resolve this to say no, where Callisti is not going to join. So, summary execution time. Question about Shakla. So here's Shakla. Shakla is an abrasive, hardworking jogger. They have a passion in mining, plants, art, and social. 26 years old, with a wooden hand. Should we keep Shakla? I'm just going to pause the game while we resolve that. Now it's the most pilgrim stalwart this time. Normally I would agree, but they do have a burning passion in art, which is very much stalwart over pilgrim. Now, the other thing to think about, and it's a bit too late in the polls, is you should also consider the food cost. If we're adding, we just added Quantum, we're potentially adding Lenka, and also adding Shakla means that our need for food is going up considerably, but we haven't actually expanded our farm, so that poses a bit of a risk. Which means the next focus that we vote on might be to expand the hydroponic farm. Because if we don't, well, we starve. So it looks like we're keeping Shakla. Got it. Shakla is a stalwart for sure. Stalwarts want their own individual bedrooms. I have no idea where to put Shakla. Because if I put you in here, does that ruin the hospital? Maybe it doesn't. Well, in either case, giveaway timer is up. And I think what I'm going to do is commandeer the current priority to expand the farm. It's a must. At least you showed up with, like, nice warm clothing. So there's that. And Emily, thank you for the resub. Axios is getting hypothermia. I think what I'll do is I'll just leave the corpses out here to be burned out on the snow, rather than to try to haul them. Save time, energy, etc. So Shakla is another case of needs a ranged weapon. But I think we need to expand the farm more than anything else. So growing and plant cutting. I'm a little worried about the wooden hand being a... Oh, she can also mine, which is kind of nice. I'm a little worried about her hand being a harvest fail. Right? Because if you have a wooden hand, you have lore manipulation. If you have lore manipulation, you might end up botching plant harvests. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so expand the farm and repair the walls. And Shakala's going to, let's do drug policies, medicine policies, and scheduling. Oh, I didn't see Patty down here. Melee, mining, plants. But you're 64 years old with a stab scar and a bad back? Okay, I would have passed you up anyway. And my guess is Zhang doesn't make it out due to the high level blood loss. So I don't think Zane or Zhang is going to make it out either. Meaning I have even more corpse cleanup to commit to. New guy, Madsen. Well, you're not that new. Let's have you tend some wounds. And giving Shakala that room, does that ruin the fact that we don't have a hospital? Yes, it does. Okay, so Shakala, what the hell room can you sleep in? Eventually you can sleep in here where Lenka is, because Lenka's going to be a pilgrim, and pilgrims like barracks is. But obviously I'm going to need to move you somewhere warm that doesn't ruin the room there. I could put them in the drug room, I guess. I could also put them over here, but I'd have to keep the heater on, so that's like not my favorite spot. let's just do that. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyway. How warm is the drug room? Warm enough that she won't die in there. Pretty low threshold. You'll be fine in there, in the drug closet. You won't turn into an icicle. It's too bad that we didn't put Quantum in there. Quantum being the teetotaler. Having a teetotaler sleep in a room that's literally lined with drugs would just be like sublimely ironic, but that wasn't the case. Alright, so now the hospital remains a hospital, which is, I guess, the important part. Madsen needs medical treatment. And then, I think Lenka should be joining us any moment now. Yeah, 2.6 resistance left, so that's not going to take very long. Well, you're all patched up. We also might want to do a drug burn. I'm getting a lot of smoke leaf, more than I probably need. Congratulations, Averted Sheep, for winning Shakla. I'm just going to call you a sheep. Of course, there's the channel point redemption of character details, so if you want to rename your character, feel free to redeem that. So, Shockless Sheep. I like the name. We're all patched up. Yeah, that went, like, surprisingly well, considering we had assault rifles. Oh, Zong did make it out. We had assault rifles to deal with, not only that, but, like, frag grenades and everything. Could have been a lot worse. I know we have just... No, actually, this horde is surprisingly grown. Man, that was fast. The Blight wasn't very long ago, was it? Whatever. So the big push will be for additional steel. So let's get the northern mining tunnels back online. And now we generate a lot more power. Well, not a lot, but, you know, 1,200 more watts, which is significant given how wattage poor we are. I'm going to move the wood stock shelf down here so it's more visible. But we'll have a big push to try to stock up on steel. So the voting proposal. Let's do one. Voting is now in session for the 20th session. Here is the proposals. Stalwarts wish to gain a desire for art around the colony. And the pilgrims desire for recreation. They want to basically party hard. Work hard and party hard. You can defer to me or abstain from voting, and there is no compromises in this vote. And just a little reminder, the way this works. The TLDR of what you see on the screen here, and the details that you have here on the screen are always visible in the Twitch commands, or in for you YouTube viewers in the details of the video. But live viewers are invited to choose a self-assigned faction to roleplay, and then to only vote in line with that faction. So if you are a stalwart, you only vote for stalwart initiatives. If you are a pilgrim, you only vote for pilgrim initiatives, meaning that if you self-assign a pilgrim, you should never vote for something that starts with bracket, stalwart, and bracket, close bracket. That is the way it works. In this case, if you are a pilgrim and you think stalwarts should gain the desire for art, you can always abstain, right? You can say, oh, I don't really like our initiative. So it's not that you're voting for the stalwart initiative, but you're voting to basically not vote. You can also defer to me, but I did warn you all that if you defer to me, I usually will not make nice decisions. And it looks like these stalwarts have won this initiative. So I gotta do some stuff in the back end while the voting screen is still up. And then I'll resolve this voting session. So the stalwarts have a desire for art. Neat. I'm a little worried about like screwing up ideology, so I'm like backing everything up and making sure that I'm not screwing anything up. Okay, so here is the resolution of the voting session. The vote has passed, the stalwarts have won, and now the stalwarts have an art desire. They want art around them. It's not really a net benefit necessarily if there's no art around, because they will be upset by the lack of art. So if we take a look at like Zeus in here, soon we'll see the like no art around. But the TLDR is if there's no art nearby, it's a -10. If you're surrounded by lots of art, it's a +10. And they just desire a lot more art around them. They stayed disenfranchised. They haven't really won enough in a row to really change their faction politics, but the Pilgrims did drop down to politically neutral. They were a bit encouraged before, but they just lost a winning streak, so. Unfortunately for the Stalwarts, we aren't right now in a position to make a lot of art, but I can add it to the project priority. But obviously the priority right now is don't starve. So art's going to have to take a backseat to the whole we don't want to starve priority. And thank you for voting. Exos, your idol. Perfect. Nothing like a little extra glow in the snow. In this case, I'm going to intentionally burn up the yayo. I don't think we need 24 yayo. We already have some in the base. If anything, I'm going to remove drugs from the base like I just said I would. And I think that's the last corpse. Except for the one that's right outside the door. I didn't torch that one because I was worried someone would get burned. Nothing like our town's marshal committing to war on drugs. There's something funny about that, for sure. Okay, corpses are cleaned up, I think. So if we search dead, it should come up with... Oh, right, there's all those... Okay, right. Well, he's hypothermic, so I'm going to wait for him to warm up before sending him back out to the northern group. I forgot that we had cleared the northern group quickly. Oh, sorry, Fishpick. Shoot. At least it didn't freeze up there. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilgrims and stalwarts.